All right, what's up, folks? Welcome to Foreign and Domestic. It is good to be here, and slowly people popping in on the chat out there. Good to see people out there popping in. Alan, please get us started off right, brother.
Oh, most certainly.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Very nice, brother. Very nice. How you doing, man?
I am not doing too shabby. We had a very, very busy week at my place of employment and um, ended up going out and seeing one of my former employees Friday evening. Um, Spent the evening with a girlfriend last night and did a whole bunch of nothing today. So yeah, it could be worse.
Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Always good to have a day of doing nothing. Like I didn't do a whole lot today. Yesterday, I cleaned off the deck, got the deck all redone as far as being organized, cleaned up stuff around the house a little bit. And that was pretty much my day yesterday. So it's a little bit easier today to do anything. And tomorrow, we're going to smoke some meat. So, and go shoot some guns. What about you, Rob? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. A little beat. Been quite busy. So doing a bunch of crap. So lady had a surgery. So while she's in recovery, I became the house mom or whatever you want to call me. So and to be honest, I'm not loving it. So I'd rather go to work. That's basically what's been going on. So
You
lots of
say
little
that, Rob,
projects.
and unfortunately it put a vision in my head of you in the kitchen with a frilly apron on, and wasn't a good picture.
Making
Nah,
salad.
no frilly apron, but I have done a lot of dishes. It's a tough life over here right now. So,
You can
but
just
yeah,
picture him with like the commercial freaking rig, getting the commercial rig going, washing all the dishes off.
that's yeah, I'd like one of those. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. So that's basically it. Uh, haven't been able to have too much fun lately or anything like that, but staying out of trouble and getting stuff done. So hopefully this woman will be up to par here soon and things will switch more back to normal for me. But it's how life goes.
Yeah. Hopefully it wasn't nothing too serious.
Yeah, I didn't even think to ask if she cared, so I'll ask her in a minute. I mention what the hell it was, but I don't want to, be
Yeah, I mean,
throwing
just
business
again,
out
hopefully, as
there if it's an
far as it
issue
was
for
not
some.
too serious, man.
Yeah, no, she's all right. I mean, it was a list, but uh, uh yeah. So I don't know.
Well,
I'll figure it out.
we don't have to know. I just want to make sure it's nothing serious. That's all. It's all good.
That's cool, man. It just seems weird now. And she don't care. She said it's like hysterectomy, so they gutted her
Oh,
like a fish, basically. So you know,
okay. Yeah.
Well, that's basically where they take out the baby carriage but keep the playpen.
pretty much, yeah, yeah. So, uh, so I don't know. You know, maybe I been too rough with her. I don't know what's going on, but she's like I said, I feel responsible. Got to nurse her back to health here.
Well, you got to do your job anyway. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty big. It's good that you're there to take care of things. Let her get the necessary rest that she has to do. Um, I know she's not quite the type to just sit around all the time, so that's got to be driving her nuts.
Oh, it is. Definitely is. Kind of stir crazy stuff. So lots of little projects and stuff, and but yeah, get her on the treadmill. She does like 5 minute walks, you know, according to what the doctor's saying and stuff. So do that quite often. You know, try to keep her busy. She's been in the grocery store a couple times, but she's slowly getting back there. So trying to make sure she don't screw it up, so that way she tries to milk it longer. You know, so he reaches for something. I'm like, I got it. Sit your ass down. You know, like, no, no, no. I can only do so many dishes around here.
I don't see her being one trying to make it last longer.
Yeah, probably not naturally. But if she pulls a Scotsman, starts, you know, trying to lug groceries or something up or downstairs or something, then it might be another story.
Well, that's your job anyway.
It is, but she's one of those where if I'm up there, she doesn't want to wait. She's just gonna do it. So, which is
Yeah,
good.
you got to get her all. You got to get her all healed up for that big drywall job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, just did an estimate on a roof. So, but if that comes through, then she's not. Yeah, she's not having any part of that besides maybe paperwork.
Yeah, there's TJ. Good to see TJ. Got some more folks popping in. Good to see everyone popping in. So, Alan, you just been busy with work, man, or you been out doing any kind of shooting or anything at all this past week?
I mean, I'm very, very, very busy at work, but I've been trying to look around in my local area. For some oddball reason, I got this wild hair for a Thompson 1927A1, and I've been trying to find one locally, and I just honestly I haven't found one. I've found a couple of places that can order me one, but I was for some oddball reason, I don't know why. I just got this wild hair. I feel like I need me a Thompson 1927 in my life.
So, are you trying to get? I'm assuming you're getting a newer model.
Yeah, depending upon if I can. If
So,
not, I don't really. It doesn't even matter. It could be an old school model.
I would
But
highly
I want it to
recommend an
run.
old school versus the newer ones because the newer ones are made by car arms and car arms suck.
Yeah, I know. Ordnance is owned by Car, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean,
I had a couple of issues with them back in the day when they came out with that and their customer service needs to be worked on for sure. Their customer service is absolutely fucking horrible. I had to fight tooth and nail just to get a magazine for the customer because they were trying to blame the customer, saying the customer fucked everything up. When clear as day, the gun itself was messed up. So yeah, just maybe you'll get a good one. Maybe you'll be all right. Again, it's a manufacturing process. Shit happens, but they didn't have to be so shitty in the customer service. Customer service is a lot, especially today. We know today customer service has gone downhill with a lot of companies. They just don't care.
Well, and really that's been kind of my thing. It's like, yeah, I know somebody can order me one. I've had a number of people offer to order me one, but it would be a brand new from car. And so I've kind of hesitated on that, just feeling out to see if I can find an old school one. Um, haven't really had any luck.
Plus,
There's
probably be nice to put
Edward's cousin
hands
had
on.
one.
Probably be nice to put hands on one too. You know, instead of ordering to make sure you don't notice anything funky. If it is something that's a 50-50, you know.
Yeah, and like so it comes with two magazines, comes with one stick and one drum. Unless they changed it, that's what it was. And the I had multiple people have problems with the drum mags. Stick mags, no issues. Drum mags, horrendous. And the problem with them is the springs. The springs are terrible. Um, so hopefully they've maybe worked on that, improved it. I haven't seen one here in probably at least a couple of years, so I couldn't say if the newer ones are any better or not. But I think the last one I saw in person was probably about 6 years ago. So, but again, everyone had problems with the drum mags. So,
I've only shot them with a stick mag, so it might have been intentional that way. But so I couldn't say though.
well, and you got to think about it too. The original design was made a certain way to run a certain way, and then when you change it to modify it to run in semi-auto fashion only versus full auto, well, you start making changes. No, it's not the way it was originally meant to be. You're going to end up having problems, but the problems seem to be all in that drum mag for the most part, and I think it's just because they're using cheap parts. The springs in those things were horrible.
Anybody make aftermarkets for them? Where they're just horrible across the board.
I mean, I know that some of the Chinese companies do, but I've never used one. I don't know of any U.S. manufacturer. I'd have to look around and see what I could find. I know like I said, I've seen a few Chinese knockoffs, but I don't know about any U.S. aftermarkets.
Well, and it's literally just hit me over the past week, at the beginning of the week, and so I've been visiting some local shops, some shops north of me, just seeing what I can come up with. I hadn't even thought about the whole replacement mag deal. If there's other companies about that, I hadn't even thought about thinking of that yet.
Yeah, no, there's other companies, especially with like the stick mag. There's tons of companies do the stick mags. But the drum mag, I'd have to do more research.
It's always something to consider. So, I mean, and most times, I speaking for myself, I guess, most times I'd prefer a factory mag. But if the factory's known to be fussy and something else runs, obviously I'd want some of those. So, or something else comparable runs that's at a better price.
Right.
Can pick those up for practice or whatever. So
Right.
yeah, sometimes things can be funny with factory stuff. So I mean, you've pretty much said the same thing, I believe, about what shit, I can't remember what it was now. Some type of powder mix or something like that. If you buy the lead press, throw that powder shit out and buy a something else, RSB, I don't know, RBS or whatever. I'm not sure, but basically, sometimes the factory stuff can be junk. The accessories. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, when it comes to reloading, there's lots of different options out there, especially on that subject alone. There's tons of different options, better options than typically you'll get with, depending on the factory of what model or manufacturer you're going with. I mean, even with Dylan, I did a bunch of upgrades to my Dylan when I got my Dylan because everyone thinks, okay, you're buying the blue Kool-Aid, you got the best, the cream of the crop. Well, not necessarily, because they all have issues. And typically, the issue you will have with a 650, for example, is you get a lot of powder spillage. And that's just due to various things with all the movement going on the press. There's a lot of different things moving. And so, I changed out some springs, put in different springs, different ball bearing. I bought a whole different aftermarket kit, and it wasn't expensive. And I changed a couple other different things on it, and it runs a lot smoother. You still have a little bit of powder spillage here and there, but it runs a lot smoother. So even when you buy the cream of the crop, you're still gonna potentially have issues. It's everything's manufactured. You're always potentially gonna have an issue. So, IWS Bull brings up a good point too. So he loves the idea, loves the look, but doesn't understand or care about the ergonomics of it. I like the look of them. They're cool. I love the history behind it. And I'm big on the history of guns and stuff. And I love the history behind it. I never liked the fit of it either. And it's just kind of like a style rock. I like the concept of it, but the gun don't fit me well. When you got monkey arms like I got, stuff that's supposed to be like this just doesn't work well.
I enjoyed shooting them. I will say it's heavy as hell. They're heavy guns, but I assume if you were to be shooting, full auto, that's gonna help. Pretty, as they say, kind of flat shooting. But it is, to me, it is a cool factor kind of gun.
Right.
So I could definitely see owning one and having it kind of on the wall or in a case, or something like that. I'd shoot it. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's more of to me, an art piece, history piece, fun thing. You know what I mean? Like, range day on Halloween and shit like that or whatever. You could have some fun. So, but they're not cheap. So, yeah.
No, they're not. Definitely
Get a
not.
nice case.
Scott picked up his Beretta M9A4 yesterday. He bought it used, so it's missing the mag and the optic plate and the thread protector. $550 is a good price, man. Considering that, and you can get aftermarket mags pretty cheap. Metgar mags, usually you can find those for $20-$30. So you did all right there, man. That's a good price.
Isn't Beretta known for being expensive for mags?
Beretta mags can get up there. All depends on the gun, really. They've gotten more and more affordable over the years. and Metgar is usually ones that make a lot of factory mags anyway for people, and then just rebrand it. So I typically will buy Metgar mags, aftermarket mags for most of the guns I have, just because, again, they just rebrand it for the company. So you're still getting the exact same mag pretty much. And usually you'll find them a lot cheaper.
Cheaper right now is good. Just damn, everything's jacked up. Gas, food,
Oh yeah.
get my coffee. Like, I'm gonna be bitching about coffee forever at this point, but $17 for Folgers, like that's a cheap shit. It's not the cheapest shit, but you know what I mean. Like it's
Hold on. What did you say? Did you say coffee?
yeah,
Okay. I thought you said something
just
else. It didn't sound like what you said.
yeah, no coffee. I mean, $17 for Folgers. That's crazy, man. Or like 17.99 for the big can. And the big cans, not
I
even
don't.
the size of the big can anymore. They like
Uh,
made it the medium can.
if you're a coffee lover, man, buy the bean. You got to grind your own. Don't be buying that cheap store fucking shit.
Man, it's all expensive now, though.
Yeah,
The
dude, you're
bean
better off
shit's even more expensive.
buy the
It's
bean,
crazy.
man.
Like it's probably cheaper to drink cheap beer than it is to drink coffee all day right now.
Man, I'm a coffee snob, so I got no problem spending a little bit more money on coffee if I have to. I love my coffee, so. But I buy the bean, do all the grinding, and I have my coffee with a nice stick of butter, man.
Stick of butter.
Hell yeah, brother, it's good for you.
Are you serious? Like butter
Yeah, bro.
butter? What
Yeah,
the hell kind of Scottish shit is this? Butter in your coffee, bro.
it's good for you.
Oh boy. Boy. Now I understand why you're under the weather. If you're eating sticks of butter with coffee, my
I'm
goodness.
not under the weather. I'm fine.
Nah, man. Nah, you're
and when you are under the weather, you have your medicine right here, brother.
my goodness.
Got all the medicine I need.
I
Let's
don't
see.
know.
Scott says I better eat better. I French press my coffee. Actually, Scott, I have 2 French presses, and I haven't used them in probably a year, maybe a little bit longer than that. I actually prefer pour over. Pour over comes out really, really good. And actually, that was Sharenda, Pink Shears, that got me started on pour over. No, the the haggis puts hair on the balls. Haggis and blood pudding, man. That puts hair on your gonads.
I'll eat the blood pudding. I got no problem with that. Haggis can go fuck itself. I am nope, not a fan of haggis.
Man,
Both
see,
can
here's the
go
thing,
fuck
dude.
itself.
Here's the thing. Like, all right, Alan, at some point, you're gonna go to Scotland with me. You're gonna come home with me, and you're gonna have proper haggis, not the fucking shit they make here, or the import shit that's missing half the actual fucking ingredients. We're gonna get you over there and have proper fucking haggis, and then you'll understand and you'll like it.
Just make sure your affairs are in order before you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to be eating all that haggis and drinking buttered coffee. I'm going to have myself a coronary, man.
No, you're not. Good. There's such thing as good cholesterol, so don't worry about that. You're fine.
Yeah, you'll have a heart attack at the table. The pressure, your mom there staring at him, the haggis getting sliced open, just the blood pudding, man. And of course, Scotsman dipping butter in the coffee.
I'm not
Ellen
dipping
would be
butter in the
like,
coffee. I put butter in the coffee and I let it sit there and melt, man. Let it get all nice and mixed in. It's good for you.
Scotsman's sister, his twin sister, staring at him. Oh man, Ellen will
No, I'm pretty sure
stroke
that girl
out.
works here in Iowa at the convenience store down the street.
Yeah. See, TJ knows it's good for you, man.
See, I know kidneys are a filter too, but that's the problem that I have with livers. I don't like the flavor of liver because I don't know if it's a subconscious thing or what, but to me that's just a big giant filter. I'm just eating a filter and I don't really care for that. Kidney not so bad. I'm fine eating kidney and I'm good eating heart too.
And you should have no problem having haggis.
What
Again,
up, G?
What's going on, Alan?
What's happening, buddy?
What's going on, Scotsman? And then there's the M&P fanboy over there.
The salad eater.
Holy crap! That they finally let you out of prison. Where you been, man? Where you been?
I'm still on the run. Don't tell anyone.
Long
I
time
was
no
gonna
see.
say that he gets a link every week, so you know.
Close to every week.
Yeah, I was gonna say the show don't even run every week. I mean, Scotsman turned into a part timer lately.
Yeah, we'll get better. We will. I've just had some stuff going on, folks. So we'll get back on the regular scheduled programming.
Hell,
Like,
I've kind of walked away from YouTube. I've been doing a lot more stuff over on Rumble because on Rumble I could be holding a firearm right now, like on cam.
Ooh. You feel special?
No, I'm just saying it's a lot more free, and I don't have to worry about what the fuck I'm going to say, what I'm doing.
I don't worry about what I say on here. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Pull my fucking show? They've pulled so many of my shows. I don't give a fuck. I still keep showing up.
The problem with Rumble, everything is so much harder to do on that shit. I don't have the time to relearn everything.
holy shit! The bald amateurs here, or what does that say? Professional amateur. What's up, man?
My
I
blood
thought you
pressure.
were in jail too. What's going on?
No,
What was it? Reunion night?
not in jail. Not in jail. Let me show you what I am. Hold on. Let me figure this crap out.
He's in Tennessee. He finally left the fucking shithole state.
Look at the views I have. This is what I drink my morning coffee. Look at that shit. Ain't it beautiful?
So, whose house did you break into?
Listen. What do you hear?
No car
Absolutely
alarms.
fucking nothing. And that's not all. Let me show you this shit. Check this out. So
Looks like
this
a
is my
mowing
this
nightmare.
is my friend's house. That he let me stay in for a couple of weeks because I'm doing some remodeling. Unfortunately, he's moving in 2 weeks, so I'm gonna have to live in the basement. But for now,
Well, I mean, you are a basement dweller, so.
shut up. Look at the backyard. Okay, and right there, everything drops down, and I got 300 yards I can shoot. I actually went there today. I drove my Prius all the way down there, and I went I went to Charlotte yesterday to hang out with the Cowboy 32, and he packed my car with a couple of goodies. So as soon as I came home, I drove down there and I had to test them out. So there's a couple of videos coming. So yeah, hopefully I'm back. I can start shooting some videos next week. I got to go get my Tennessee driver's license. Then I can have my sister ship my guns down here, and I can actually start buying some guns. I still have a gun in New York. I bought a SIG GTO. And last time I spoke to sheriff's department, they told me it'll be 9 weeks, and I think it was like a week ago. They told me it'll be 9 weeks, so I was like, "Yeah, in 9 weeks, I'll freaking have 5 guns already in Tennessee." Like, so I got to call. I got to call the dealer, tell him to just ship it down here. Yeah, and fuck the New York. I'm done with that shithole. There's a lot of reason.
AllenBePro has never wakes up, so I'm not sure where you're coming from being there. We're waking up. You ain't waking up.
So New York Outcast, you better start packing your shit. I might have a job for you down here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went to look at a couple of houses over the weekend. Like I came here and I hit the ground running. Like I showed up, I came here Tuesday night at 11 o'clock. Wednesday, I was already out there getting my opening up the account, getting the new license, new address set up, and everything else. And Thursday, Friday, I was working already. Saturday, I went to look at the properties and the houses. And actually, by Tuesday, I went up with an offer on one of the houses already.
Well,
Nice.
Val, it's about time you got out of New York. I feel good for you, buddy. But you're out.
Yeah, I might be half homeless, but still feels better.
If you got to live in a tent in Tennessee, you have more freedom than you got in New York.
Damn right.
Yeah. Well, keep me informed, man. Yeah. If
Well,
you seriously need help or something, potentially in the near future, I might be able to help out there.
well, let's see how it goes with the house and all that. Like, I only been a couple of days. I had a crazy 2 weeks. So 2 weeks ago, on Tuesday night, I packed my van. I went to Pennsylvania to my sister. I got the rest of my shit from her basement, loaded the van all the way up to the roof. Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock, I left Pennsylvania. 3 o'clock, I was in Tennessee. By 3:30, I was sitting in Uber, heading to the airport, Knoxville Airport. By 7 o'clock, I was in Atlanta, and by 10 o'clock, I was back in New York in Westchester County Airport. Then Thursday, I had to go look at the job, the commercial job I did because they wanted to do more work. Friday, I had a closing on a house. While I was driving to Vermont, have dinner with my daughter. Saturday, she had a graduation. I drove back to New York. Monday, I had to go to work, to the job for this company. And Tuesday at 4 o'clock in the morning, I drove to Maryland for my nephew's graduation. And from there, I drove straight to Tennessee. I got here at 11 o'clock at night. I had a hotel. I spent the night in the hotel. The next day, I moved my stuff into this house, unloaded my van into self-storage. Thursday, I start working. So not a single wasted day.
All that driving, and you didn't even stop in Ohio.
Ohio was kind of out of the way. Although I was in Ohio last year for GunCon, and I think they're having GunCon in Ohio again.
What city?
Last time it was in Cleveland.
I know better than to go to Cleveland.
I don't know where they're gonna have it this year. I haven't even looked. They sent me the invite and all that, and I'm not even. I wasn't sure if I can make it, but I'm planning going to a Blade show in Atlanta in 2 weeks. Since I'm down here, Atlanta is just a freaking couple hours drive. It just made everything make so much easier. Like yesterday, I was bored. I called KB. He goes, "Yeah, come on over." I jump in the car. 3 hours later, I was in Charlotte, hanging around with him. And today, I was driving back. I called Rick from Is This Discovered. Are you home? He goes, "Yeah, come by." And he's literally halfway between here and the Charlotte. So I stopped by, hang up with him. We haven't seen each other for a while. I was gonna go see Extring too, but he's away. He's on a vacation. So I so far I just love it down here.
IWS Bulls asking exactly where you're at in Tennessee.
I'm in the Dandridge area. Dandridge, Morristown. I'm looking for the houses in Morristown. So it's like, what is it, northeastern Tennessee? North Carolina is literally half an hour away.
That's cool.
Yeah, Asheville Airport. I'm like halfway between Asheville and Knoxville.
To be honest, you're still loving that Prius, aren't you? With these
I
freaking
love
gas prices.
I love that gay car. Although the gas price is a lot better down here because you can see the gas for like $3.91. And what I love the most
yesterday.
What I love the most is the freaking taxes. So I went to look at the houses, right? The taxes on the houses are like $500. $500 on the, like,
No, what do you mean? Like annually, or are you talking when you
yeah.
buy?
No, you
Annual
buy it.
taxes are like 500.
Yes, your property taxes, $500,
Oh.
$500, $800. I looked at
Damn.
46 acres in Dandridge. Somebody sent me a link. 46 acres, house and a trailer on the property. Both are shot, had to be knocked down, rebuilt. But you got 2 existing wells, electric, all the other shit. 46 acres. At taxes, $800.
Shit, man. I think we've been telling you that.
To put it in perspective, the house that I just sold for almost 800,000, taxes on it are 18 grand
A month?
a year, and that's
A year?
and that's cheap, for the New York where it is. If I would be one county lower closer to city, that house will be 25, 28 grand.
TJ's got to jump off. He's got to go out and take care of a fox problem. Be safe out there, brother. Have fun.
Yeah, man. That's so where's the catch? All right. You may not know it yet, but it seems like every time you go somewhere, move somewhere, or whatever, property tax is lower. But is there some other abnormal tax they hit you with?
I haven't found the catch yet. I mean, there's no state income tax. The property tax is a joke. There's no not so much government oversight, so much government bullshit and all that as it is in New York. So that's where you're saving. The whole state is pro business, not tax the shit out of you and make a business impossible over here. I mean, you do need a Tennessee license as a home improvement contractor, but they'll let you build first house, or if you build a house for yourself, you don't need it. And it's a one license for the entire state. Unlike New York, you need one for every goddamn county. It's just so far, garage guy near Dollywood. Yeah, I'm not really near Dollywood. I'm probably 45 minutes away, but general area. Yeah, Douglas Lake. That's pretty much where I am. The lake I'm looking at, that's the Douglas Lake. So I mean, so far I'm kind of banging my head. I should have moved it a long time ago.
We've all been telling you.
Yeah, well,
No, geez.
in my defense, I planned on moving here a while ago, but it kind of hard with the family. Then my daughter was in high school, like I couldn't move halfway. Then the whole divorce came in, and then I had to build a house, sell the house. It's just finally, you know what? Everything kind of happened for the reason. My girlfriend's still not happy that I moved here because now she's alone. So I got to make a lot of money real fast so I can drag her ass down here.
Hmm. Well,
Uh,
whether you
it's
make
amazing
money or
she still
not,
lives
if
here.
she loves you, man, she'll move down.
Well, I mean, I understand she's not gonna just abandon her life. She's got mother that has got early signs of Alzheimer's, so she's got to figure that shit out, and she's got a good paying job and stuff. So there's a lot of factors, and like she can't really move down here right now. Where she's gonna stay? There's no place. I told her come down here. I'll buy a double wide and I'll make her a queen of a trailer park, but she doesn't really like that idea.
That's
Uh,
messed up. Man. Sure, what is it? A vast majority of the public lives in trailer parks.
I would
I
have
don't know if people looked it up, but like, especially out west, like, seems like the majority of people live in trailer parks. So,
I would have zero problem living in the trailer.
Until the
yeah,
first
I mean,
tornado comes by.
I'm not,
No, this
not my
area is
first choice, but it's not the end of the world.
yeah, this area. There's no tornadoes. There's no hurricanes. There's none of this shit. There's no mosquitoes over here. Like I'm sitting on the fucking front porch, right? And I'm by the lake. I should be like eaten alive. No, there's no mosquitoes here. I have
Oh,
no
they,
idea what the fuck kind of magic is this shit. But this place is like I'm telling you, like I'm blown away.
the county probably fogs it around the lake to keep the
No,
mosquitoes down.
not they'll fucking the whole lake is 50 miles long. It'd be a lot of fucking
Mhm.
fogging.
It's
Where'd
all
you
it
meet
is.
this
There's a few
girlfriend?
chemicals and water. It dries and it keeps them away.
You know what? Whatever the fuck they're doing, let them keep doing it.
Where'd you meet this girlfriend?
Facebook.
Oh,
Well, we've been together for almost 2 years. I mean,
I know, but after the last one, the wife there, the Beamers, and oh, surprise, I got another Beamer. I figure
no, no,
you
no,
try to
this
meet the
one,
next one at like Burger King or
no, this one's different. This one has a good job.
Donald.
This one has a good
Okay.
job. She's got her own condo, so I actually moved in with her. So she was with me because she liked me, not because she needed me. My
Oh.
my ex-wife just wanted the fucking money. She was just. I went to
You
my.
met a girl that actually just likes you?
so,
Yeah.
what kind of brain trauma does she have?
Exactly.
I'm more wondering what
That's
he's.
messed up, man.
I'm more wondering what he's sticking in her drinks.
Look who's talking. A fucking single bearded Scotsman. Yeah,
Hey, I'm fine, dude. I'm absolutely fine.
I know.
I'm good.
You got two healthy hands. You're fine.
Are you sure that they're healthy?
Well, yeah, he's missing a digit, so it might feel a little weird.
Hey, Scotsman, send a Val there that copy of that video I sent you.
I'll try. I'll have to try and download it and see if I can send it to him. I'll try.
Oh, let me see if I can send it to him.
I was gonna say you guys' number, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can do it. Are you still there?
What?
Yeah, I'm here. I gotta go. My buddy's here. I gotta go help him unload his truck. I'll be back.
Okay. Let's make a copy. Yeah. Since these updates went on the phone, everything's going crazy.
I've been ignoring the update on my phone for like 3
All
months.
right. So have I. They ran it through because right now I can't even see the chat. I'm just talking here on the phone. You didn't even watch that video, did you?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I figured you'd be on, so I waited till you were here.
Oh, okay. Then Val came in. And it's like, oh, that poor guy. He hasn't even got his yet. Man, I tell you what, I am so rusty. Not shooting for so long. I think every day this week when it's not raining, I'm going to be out there, got with the gun and the targets and practice. So I went ahead and signed up for a match on next Sunday. You guys ought to start doing some of them matches. They are kind of relaxing. They're fun.
Yeah, I've only got one local club to me, and they're a pain in the ass, man. I've been going back and forth with them for probably a couple years now, and they are so inconsistent. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's one club that's local to me, but you have to pretty much know somebody that will recommend you to be able to come into the thing. And well, I tend to not associate with people. It's because I'm antisocial and basically don't like people in general. Persons are okay, but people suck.
I just go on to practicescore.com and look at, it just brings up my area and it shows all the matches that are around Ohio. And I'll just look at stuff within about 45 minutes of me.
Yeah, that's the only one around me. There's some up in PA, and then there's another one that's a little over an hour away one way. But I mean, with the way gas is right now, I'm not. It's fucking ridiculous for me just to fill my tank as it is. So I'm not burning it going to matches. Not when I can walk in my backyard and shoot. I'm not gonna waste that money.
Yeah, I got 10 gallons of gas today and it was well over $50 just for 10 gallons.
Yep. Yeah, last time I filled it, I did 3/4 of a tank in the truck. I was $86 for 3/4 of a tank.
No. Well, hopefully this week or the next couple weeks, we ought to see the prices dropping. Knock on wood. But I'm not going to hold my breath.
No, they're gonna do what they did with other shit in the past, and they crank the fucking living shit out of it. Let you think it's somewhat normal. They'll drop it down a little bit, and you'll be okay paying fucking $4 a gallon.
Well, then, time to buy stock in Exxon and BP.
No, those motherfuckers are going to announce, the billions and billions in fucking profit that they had.
Time to convert our vehicles with gasifiers. They'll just love that.
They won't let you do that in New York. That'll make too much carbon emissions.
Yeah, I'll make sure it burns real dirty so they can't see me. Cut it off, hide in the tunnel.
Tell them it's diesel.
M. Gabriel says he paid $80 to fill his tank. Yeah, to fill mine right now, it's probably going to be close to $110, would be my guess. I haven't let it get that low. I try not to go below half a tank if I can help it.
Oh, Walter. See, Walter got to pay $50 in gas and just to go to the range.
Damn.
That's California for you. What is it? Over $9 a gallon there?
Damn, Walter. That sucks, man.
Yeah. Try to get to a 7-Eleven a lot cheaper. It's California. Basically the same thing, right? They're both ranges.
It's $5 a gallon for gas out here.
In California right now?
Oh no, I'm nowhere near. I'm Oregon.
Oh, Walt says it's $6 a gallon. Okay.
110-mile trip. Damn. That's crazy, man. So I'm guessing when you go to the range, you take a whole bunch of stuff with you and make it a worthwhile trip.
Well, now that we know Val has 47 acres out there in Tennessee, he just needs to drop a whole bunch of trailers there, and we can all just go on in there in the community.
Have a new farm.
Pretty much.
I love that. Bunch of out of state plates rolling up to the Russian's house.
Oh man, I hope I hope he listens, because I told him I told Joe Primal when he moved to Kentucky, get rid of those California plates off his truck as fast as you can. Months later, he
Just
still did.
imagine we all roll in, and not 5 minutes later, all these 3-letter agencies roll in too, because they go, "What the hell's going on?"
Oh, not in Tennessee. The locals won't bother to call the 3-letter agents. They'll just be in a hide all the way around you, watching you.
I'm sure they're already watching them anyway.
Yeah. See, that damn Russian moved in up there.
Well, he's a big guy. He's in that little car, so it probably stands out.
I don't understand.
That gay Russian moved in.
I don't know how to understand how he can drive that fucking small ass car.
He fits in it, man. He fits in it. So
I don't know how. I barely. I fit in my Toyota okay, but my Tacoma. But the seat's literally all the way back, and I got the seat all the way down.
Okay, who can tell me what TV show this line came from?
Even a little bit, I'm smacking my head. So yeah, it's all the way back, and it could go back further if I could make it. I would put it back further, but I won't go any further back.
Okay, can you tell me what TV show that this line came from? You should not be making fun of my automobile. Somebody knows.
It rings a bell.
Anybody in the side chat?
Oh, Walter, the red guy. I'm sure one of you guys know. That rings a bell. I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
Simpsons. That great big 7-foot tall guy comes out of this little car. King of the Hill? No. That was close though. Oh man, Val in a Prius. What color is it?
Powder blue.
I think his is
silver.
I think he's gonna say. I think his is silver or gray.
Oh.
Yeah, gray or silver.
But I mean, still, yeah. I mean that big old freaking dude getting out of a freaking Prius.
I guess it depends on what year Prius, because some of those Priuses do have a little more room in them. I mean, I wouldn't be caught dead in one, but I'm just saying I've seen them.
I've never sat in a Prius.
I don't know what year it is, but there is. I mean, as far as physical room inside the vehicle, there is room. So surprisingly, the layout does allow it. So also, I've been in other vehicles like Chevy S10s, the work cab or whatever, just no back or nothing, and shit. I go over a bump and I'm smacking my head on the ceiling, and I'm 6'2". The Prius, don't have that feeling in it. So it is a small car. It's like you're sitting on the ground, but there is a little bit of room in it. So not that I own one, but I've
see, that's the other thing I don't like is I don't like being so low down in a car. I like being higher up. That's why I much prefer driving trucks.
Well, I like both. I don't like getting out of a low car. Sometimes that's a bitch, especially if you're parked right next to the curb, like because now you're, the ground's higher even.
Yeah.
But they can be fun, easy to park, zoom type shit, whatever you want to say. Good time. And same with the truck. My lady says I drive my truck worse than the car. I don't know why, but it just likes to go. So and trucks are nice. Everything's backed up. Boom, you can hop a curb. You can do whatever the hell you want in the truck. Don't really matter. So, well, within reason with the law, but yeah, I don't know. There's advantages to both. I can see. So I know one thing: the less I'm being paid to drive my truck, I'm not driving my truck right now because that shit's like 10 to 16 at a gallon or per mile per gallon, and that's not a cool thing with trucks. I can tell you that. So
Yeah, I mean, I've rode in Allen's BMW, and Allen will tell you it's hilarious trying to watch me get in and get out of that damn thing. It's so low to the ground. It's fun. It's fun. It's definitely a fun car, but man, it's just so dang low.
Well, and it's even lower now. It's sitting on coilovers. It doesn't really seem like it is, but it's definitely lower now. But I mean, you had the leg room, you had the headroom.
Oh yeah, no, there's plenty of leg room. There's plenty of headroom.
Getting in and out of it's another story.
It was just, it took two hands to get out of the car and, lift myself out or hoist myself out, if you will.
You just kind of roll yourself out. That's the best thing.
Nice roll out.
We've been going almost an hour there, Alan. You want to run through the side chat?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I will see what it says here, if it allows me, that is, because YouTube is, it's YouTube, and they decided to not give me a participants list. That's great. Scott 79, IWS Bull, Viejo, Edward Petty, first guy in the room, Garage Guy, Thorzax, Viejo. Man, why is this thing just being a FUD with a gun here in the room? Ozzy Osbourne out there. Just like why it's fighting me, I don't know. Gorilla Guns and Gabriel out there. It's just goes on and on. Thank you everybody for joining us here.
Absolutely. Walter says he's got a Camry that's pretty low, but I guess way better mileage than his Tundra. Yeah, I'd much rather drive the Tundra though, but I get it when you're going to the range and it's a 110-mile round trip. I get that.
Yeah, gotta be practical, man. There's no point in just wasting money for no reason.
I go with a Tacoma typically just because there's not too many trucks nowadays that are manual, and I only drive manual. I hate driving automatic. So that's why I typically go with the Tacomas, and they're just, again, just enough room in there. My legs are still pretty close to hitting the dang steering wheel, but I can get away with it. So would be nice to have a little bit more room, but it's all right. And they're pretty good on gas. I mean, if I'm going on a long trip, I usually end up with pretty solid mileage. In town, it's usually around 18, 19 in town.
Well, manual is definitely a dying breed, and it's getting harder and harder and harder to not only to find anything that's a manual, and I don't quite understand why, other than, yeah, when an automatic transmission goes out, they want to be able to replace it. So I'm very pro standard. I love me a standard transmission. Unfortunately, it's just getting so difficult, and you have to pay extra money. So
Yeah, the newer ones are the newer ones. They charge premium, which is crazy. It used to be the other way around, and now it's they don't make as many, so they charge a premium.
I'd argue the other way. I think manual's cheaper. I'm a
But they
manual
charge
guy
you.
too.
They're
You
they're
know,
not even close to being cheaper nowadays, dude. You go
well,
buy a
maybe
brand,
if you're buying a new car, but if you buy a used car,
yeah,
you
you
might
buy
even get
used,
it
yeah,
cheaper because it's
yeah, you
thick,
buy
and
used,
to
but
take care of it,
you
even
buy
just to
brand
take care of
new.
it's cheap.
You
You're
buy
not going to
brand
go
new,
through.
or you buy a slightly used, just say like a slightly used Tacoma. You're paying a good chunk of money, man. They're up there.
Oh yeah, but I mean, over the life, ownership as well, it's cheaper, I think, with a manual than an automatic.
Oh
For
yeah,
one,
it's
clutches
you're
are
way
cheaper than
better
trans,
off. You're way
and
better off with a manual if you can drive one.
brakes are cheaper. Just your normal gas mileage is cheaper. It's usually a little quicker.
well,
You
even
end up
in
with a dead
even in
battery or starter, you can still make it to the auto store in it. Like there's so many advantages to a stick that I think laziness is just taking over when as far as people's choice. Maybe for people that you know it's the difference between a driver and somebody that just drives a car to work or whatever. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
that's a big part of it, is people's convenience factor has just gone through the roof, and so that's one of the things that makes cars so stupidly expensive. Any vehicle so stupidly expensive nowadays is it's like standard. You have to have all these things that are considered bells and whistles, where a driver aficionado, sure, an automatic might even be faster these days, but even in a performance vehicle, I'm still looking for a standard transmission, and it's getting harder and harder to find even a standard transmission in a performance vehicle. And yeah, I have to admit that the automatics nowadays are faster than the standard transmissions, but that I want to feel the vehicle. I want to be able to be the main control of the brains of the vehicle, not it controls whatever it wants to control whenever it does. But
yeah, it's a shame. So personally think like that should be one of the things like with your road test, like you got to be able to drive a stick because there's so much machinery, equipment. I mean, so many things that are still standard. Like it might be set up slightly different, but it's still standard. It's so
Well,
it's
and it's
seems that you should be a general thing. But I get it. You know, 90 some odd or 70 some odd percent of cars, probably higher now, are made as automatic. So
yeah, and the problem is too, you got people that you got cruise control and all the other shit. You're literally taking the person out of it, and so people get so lax when they're driving. This is why you end up with more accidents. They're too busy playing on their phone because they're on cruise control, so you don't have to pay attention to the pedal or anything. They're playing on their phones. Dumb shit like that. I've got cruise control in the truck. I never use it ever, ever. It's more of a hassle than anything to me. I wish it wasn't in there. I never use it. I much rather sit there, even on all these long drives and stuff across the country. I do. People ask me if I how I do that, and man, I'm perfectly fine just sitting there and driving, because that's actual driving. When you're sitting there and you're controlling all the gears and everything else going on, that's proper driving. You know, and I'm enjoying the scenery of driving through, you know, all these different states. You know, to me, it's fun. I like doing that. I'd rather drive than fly anywhere. You know, it's not boring to me. People think it can get boring. It's not boring.
I prefer to drive than fly if possible too. But you know, a lot of times, you know, the trips have the adventure. Some cases, so it's nice to be able to detour or you know something like that, in my opinion. So
Yeah, IWS Bull says he likes the older Jeeps. The older Jeeps are nice, dude. The older Jeeps were back when Jeep was Jeep. Not this bullshit they produce today. They don't make good trucks and cars today. They're just absolute dog shit.
They're made for soccer moms that put ducks on the dash now.
Well, even their
for what they are.
even their manual transmission ones nowadays are terrible. I drove one 10, 15, no, it's longer than that, probably about 15 years ago. I drove one of the newer ones in manual. Oh my God, fucking horrendous. Horrendous. Give me an old Jeep all day long.
Yeah, I personally think Jeep lost their minds. I mean, Jeeps are supposed to be cheap, like they're toys. They're your, you know, weekend vehicle to go play with and you know build out and all this shit. And now they're just, I mean, you know, they're at like regular car prices, but they're not even. They're even more. So I don't know. Yeah, I think it's pretty nuts the standard Jeep. But you know, I say the same, I guess, about all the vehicles that they're all way overpriced. But I think Jeeps have just gotten crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. Waller brings up a point. He said he used a lot of cruise control when he was on the motorcycle, you know, arthritis and other issues. I get that, man. You know, I understand that. But you're still paying attention to the road. I'm talking about people that so many people use it to be lazy and they don't pay attention to what's going on. And that's where we have a lot more wrecks and shit happening because people just really don't pay attention. When you get the cars so lazy that the people just think they don't have to pay attention. You know, we got.
I'm thinking about getting a fucking Tesla just so that I can have full self drive and I can go take a nap. What are you talking about?
Right, exactly. See, there's that fucker like that. Like that's no.
Kick that top one off.
I'm looking. Hang on.
My phone got messed up. I hate these updates.
That's just a computer with wheels, man. That's the other problem with cars. All this technology where everything's connecting, every tower you drive by is pinging. Like way too much information out there, way too much control. New kill switches coming out, all this shit. Like, yeah, this is supposed to be our damn property. Yeah. Now we're having trouble on even working on it in some cases. Now the government's going to put switches in just to kill our shit or geofence us if they want to declare a state of emergency or something. It's bullshit, man. I'm never going to buy a new car. I can hit the lotto tomorrow. I'm never touching one of these newer cars.
Yeah, Scott, Ford's doing it and Toyota's doing it too, but you'll never see it here either. They're building basically Ford's doing a stripped down Ranger, and then Toyota's doing a stripped down Tacoma. Basically, I think they're calling it like the Helix. or Helio or something along those lines. And they're going to be like super, super cheap, but you're not going to see them over here. And I mean, they don't look fantastic. They don't, it just looks basically like a box with wheels. But so long as it does its job, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to look freaking pretty.
The Toyota
Truck.
Hilux has been around for years and years. I mean, that's what they use over in third world countries.
Yeah, that's kind of like a heavy duty truck. So I doubt that's the one you're talking about. I mean, it's not heavy duty, but it's the one they drop off in buildings and blow up and still drives away. So that's probably not the $7,000 truck or whatever. But yeah, I think it's something to do with some shit they call the chicken tax, where anybody making vehicles, shipping them here, if they don't meet a certain standard, you got to pay all this tax. Basically, that's why all the vehicles jump to like a bigger size, something like that, because they can get around it for recreation.
And see, let's talk about that for a second, because it's hilarious how the standards here are totally different than the standards across the pond, for example.
Oh yeah,
and if
that's
you
with
look
glass, with all types of shit.
If you look at vehicles across the pond, they last a lot longer. And why do they last a lot longer? Because if you look at like EPA regulations and shit for how cars and trucks are here versus there, you look at just the oil alone, big difference in what oil can go in. All that shit should not be fucking regulated, because it just causes all kinds of more problems. There's way too much regulation. Way too much regulation that just.
Well, explain to me why you can have a vehicle that is sold here in the U.S. but manufactured in some other country, and in that country, that vehicle is supposed to have 10W30 motor oil, but here in the U.S., the standard for that vehicle is 0 to 0W20.
Right, exactly. So, like mine, OW20 here, across the way, 530 or 1030. Makes no sense.
Right. Well, we're Americans here. We like to spend more money. It makes you feel better.
They want your shit to break.
Yeah. So I agree on the regulations. I argue on the total longer life, because you guys over there across the pond, you don't even drive on the right side of the damn road. I mean, have you guys seen some of these dash cam videos? You guys are always busting a left in front of another car, riding on the wrong damn way.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like, you're all driving shoe boxes. You're all pissed off, cutting each other off. I doubt a car lasts more than 3 years over there without getting flipped over.
Go watch some Autobahn videos and shut the fuck up.
There was like 5 cars driving down it, because that's all that made it through the Derby to get on the goddamn thing.
There's a reason we have roundabouts
over there with your Ladas and shit.
I hate those things.
Oh man, we're just driving around with tractor engines and shit, doing 20 miles an hour. Sure, it's gonna run forever.
I hate them over here because people over here have no fucking clue how to use them. Don't get me wrong; they're a pain in the ass back home too. But they're so
apparently you drive it like you stole it, because it's the only way you get it to move.
That's how you're supposed to go around and roundabout. You drove it like you stole it.
You run it like a 2-stroke, because it probably is.
Around here, you got the old folks. They come up to them, and they still stop.
Oh, they do the same thing up here. It's retarded. It says fucking yield, not stop. Yield.
Yeah, that one will That one causes accidents, especially in New York when you get somebody new comes up, hits their brakes
Well,
and shit.
and
Everybody's
you
looking
know,
to see if they're clear, and bam, 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 bam. Oh
like
yeah,
it's crazy. Like back home, we'll have 4 or 5 lane roundabouts, and you got to know which lane you're going into to where you want to go. And out here,
even that shit's
we
crazy.
got we got we got fucking 1 and 2, and people can't even fucking figure it the fuck out.
Dude, you got those circles upon circles. There's spots where there's like 2 or 3 circles interconnected. It looks like a drunk fest. Everybody's just going around like spaghetti every different way, cutting
Yeah,
people
man.
off, people on the scooter.
That's how
That's pure chaos. It reminds that's like
that's how you
India or
know.
some shit.
That's how
No
you learn how
order of
to
that.
drive. That's why you
Oh,
fucked up. You
gee.
can't drive.
Defensive driving, sure, but you know,
No, you
that's
gotta
why
be
none of the
aggressive.
vehicles last more than like 90 days.
You gotta be a little bit aggressive on a roundabout, man.
Like driving in Manhattan.
Why do you think F1's super popular back home? You gotta know how to go around the turns, man.
Yeah, all those guys got what do you call that? IBS or some shit. They just became experts because they couldn't wait to get to the toilet.
They got irritable bowel syndrome, so they got to hurry up and drive there.
Yeah, everybody else is doing 5 loops around the circle, and they're just skipping over the middle.
Well, you know what you call a vegetarian with diarrhea, right? That's a salad shooter.
Oh,
Shots fired.
hey, I'm no vegetarian, so not a shot on me anyway.
Wait, Rob, are you trying to say that you cannot like just drive straight over the fucking center of a roundabout? Because that is like the proper fucking way of going over those.
I am not going to publicly say, but there may have been a time where that was a thing, just for fun, but that's neither here nor there.
So the first time I saw a roundabout get a put in the States was back 2008, 2009, right outside the house I lived in Missouri. And it wasn't there probably less than 2 or 3 days after they completed it, maybe. And someone drove right fucking through the whole middle of it and into the fucking gas station.
It's funny.
And I don't know how much money they spent on this thing. It had to be an expensive one because it was all fucking fancy design, fucking garden shit, the whole fucking 9 yards, dude. They went fucking stupid with it.
Oh, it's millions of dollars. Same thing here. They do a little 200-foot area, and it's like $10 million. It's just freaking ridiculous. Everything they do is millions of dollars for some grass and concrete.
Yeah. Texican, you'll see that. You'll see some of that kind of back home too, where they're built up a little more because they know people can be stupid. So, but we've had roundabouts. Fuck, God, I don't know how many fucking years, longer than I've been alive back home. Where it's just something people grow up with, and you got to. There's a certain way back home to get your license, and you got to go through driving lessons, the whole 9 yards, all the rest of it. So you got to learn how to navigate those roundabouts. Out here, it's not something most people ever see. So,
and it's something a little different. Certain areas over there, you got to go through steps depending on age and how much time, and then eventually you can drive on the highway after you hit a bunch
I mean,
of
like when I first came here, man,
Yeah.
it was crazy. I literally walked in took the fucking written test, got in the car, drove around the block, and
Good
let
to
it go.
go.
Here's your license.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. There is a difference on that aspect. I will give you. You know, they focus a lot more on driving skills. You know, make you lose control, hydroplane, like stuff that we don't do here in driver's
Right.
tests, which is good. You know, it honestly
No, there's they go into pretty
could
heavy
be.
detail back home for sure, man. And
Yeah.
I don't know how it is today, but like when I was learning how to drive, and I learned a kind of an odd way to compared to most people, because I kind of already knew how to before I even got in the car with the instructor, because I'd done some driving on the farm and shit, and um, you know, so I had a little bit of experience prior to even getting in the car with the instructor, but it was just yeah, it's definitely at least it was a lot stricter back home and how to what they go through, how they they focus on certain things, just
It
like
still is.
just
It's
like
probably worse than it was when
just
you
like
were there.
teaching someone how to shoot. I'm going to look at your strengths, I'm going to look at your weaknesses, and we're going to focus on bettering those weaknesses and maintaining those strengths. And that's kind of how it was, in the driving world back home, at least when I was growing up.
Scotland, I ran into your that gal that gave you the driving test. She said she almost failed you off the bat because you got in the car on the wrong side.
Well, I call bullshit because she asked me how I got there because no one else was with me when I pulled up.
Oh, okay. The second.
I'm like, I don't know what you're I looked at her and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, just go. Just go. But I don't think I even drove 100 yards and she passed me. That was the funny part. I literally drove maybe like 50, 75 yards. And she passed
That's
me.
because you scared the shit out of her. She didn't want to have it around too.
No, she was
Oh, the
hitting on
kill.
me from the second she heard my accent.
Yeah, it was the kill.
So we're going to put another branch on this tree.
She definitely liked the accent. She fell for that right off the rip.
That was about the same time the
And
movie Highlander came out, wasn't it?
Was same time as what?
The movie The Highlander.
Oh, Highlander was out way before that. Maybe one of the
then she
remakes.
seen
Maybe.
Haggis online and said, "Nah, it wasn't worth it."
Maybe one of the remakes or something like that. But no, that was that was right around it was like 20 years ago. But it was just hilarious. I did struggle with the written test. I'll be honest. I struggled with the written test, but only because of symbols.
It was in
because
English?
Your symbols here mean different things than ours back there. And so I had to learn. I had to figure out that yours were different than ours, and that was the only kind of trouble I had with it.
Yeah, we have
You mean
miles per hour, not kilometers.
it's because the test was in English and he didn't understand it.
I'm not Russian, fucker.
Do you have a Gaelic version?
Is there one for EU?
I probably would have understood it a little bit better.
I just had to rip my roof rack off the car that I picked up from Harbor Freight like, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago now. Probably 2 years and 2 winters. And third summer, whatever, this will be third. Damn thing started to rust a little bit. So I've seen people saying that on reviews before I bought mine that check it for rust and whatnot. So I did when I opened it up, looked at it, everything looked good, put it together. I didn't plan on leaving it on my car, but I did. And through our winters and whatnot, and I noticed a little bit of damn rust on it. So kind of shitty, man. I had to rip it all off, clean it all up, and recoat it with some Rust-Oleum and try to get it back on. So I don't know if anybody else out there has got a cargo rack that you picked up from Harbor Freight. You might want to give it a look. So it's kind of weird. It's the bottom of the very front bar that seemed to have the most rust, which seems kind of strange. I don't know why it's just there, but that is also the area where there's holes in the bars to screw on the front little angled plate. So I was thinking water might have got up through those holes or something, but I don't know. Something to keep an eye out on if anybody's got anything like that. I'd say probably the same for a carrier, hitch carrier, anything you got on the back, shit like that. Yeah, got it for a affordable, cheap price from Harbor Freight. You might want to give it a look over after a couple years.
So Rob, let's be completely honest. It was not Harbor Freight. You got that from like Wish, maybe Temu. It was not Harbor Freight.
Nah, man, it was Harbor Freight. I think I used a coupon.
You ain't paying Harbor Freight prices.
I got it for $100. What? Nah.
Yeah, you might be cheap if you consider Harbor Freight expensive.
Yeah, that's the Harbor Freight's up my alley. I got that. One of those what are they, Yukons or whatever the hell
I
brand.
will say,
I'm not buying no.
Some stuff at Harbor Freight is expensive and overpriced.
Like
Hell.
half the cashiers.
Rob complains about like fucking air costing money. You know, I'm pretty sure in New York it's like $1 million.
Well, there is an air tax
air
in
shouldn't
New
fucking
York.
cost anything. I agree. Air shouldn't cost a fucking dime.
All right.
Water shouldn't cost nothing, but look at what's going on.
Well, again, we all know why it costs us, but it shouldn't cost us. We got to keep you fucking broke, tired, and happy to understand that you have nothing and you'll own nothing.
I found speaking of water, stumbled across a site for if you got any interest in data centers in your area. It shows like if it's anything currently, or if there's one being built. It shows all types of stuff like EV chargers, power lines, gas lines, everything, like all your transfer stations. Basically, it's opengridworks.com. Free website. If you got any interest in shit like that, could be helpful.
To make sure they don't put any in your area.
Right, or maybe you want to go down to your local board or whatever, So that's keep an eye out, or it could be helpful for a number of other reasons. There, solar farm.
They're gonna put them anywhere they can. They're gonna push it and push it and push it because it's all a part of various control systems that are putting in place.
Yeah. I was just wondering.
It has
myself.
nothing to do. It has nothing to do with fucking data whatsoever.
Well, why, if these are all going to be like supercomputers and quantum computers, I think is the goal or whatever. How many do we really need? I mean, does there need to be thousands of them around the country? It seems like any market, it's going to just get saturated. And then despite that, the power, the water,
Anyone remember the movie Terminator? Look, this is essentially Skynet going everywhere.
Oh, fuck that, man.
Dude, you watch
Wolverines.
You wait and fucking see, dude. The shit's coming, man. They are fucking positioning their shit where they want it. You know, and figuring it all out, and shit's coming, dude. You wait, shit's coming.
Oh,
Well, I
it's
find it
already
odd that
here. Look at
we
these
need
robots
thousands.
they've got. And you put AI into these robots. There you go. There's T1.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of robots and AI shit everywhere. Yep.
And that's when you want an older Chevy Ford vehicle without a kill switch and a solid bumper.
That's why you drive manual, because fuck all that extra bullshit.
If it's got OnStar, it can be killed.
There's always a way, if it's a manual, to bypass any of that extra bullshit they put in there. That's the beauty of manual.
There's a lot of people now. I've seen a lot of videos out where people are showing how to remove the what they're calling trackers from the new trucks, new vehicles. Remove this now. Da 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 da. The 2-bolt hack or fix, they're calling it. But my concern is, yeah, okay, you go ahead and buy a new truck. You don't like the privacy, all that shit. You rip that out of there. I guarantee your warranty's void, and it's probably going to affect other shit through the vehicle because that's just how everything works together nowadays. So
Right.
now
Well,
you're
and
paying
then
for more shit you probably can't use, and you're screwed on a warranty on a truck where more than likely the engine or train is going to blow up within 100,000 miles any damn way. So what the
yeah,
hell is the
and they
point? Just
got
buy an
that.
older truck.
They got the auto on off. Whenever you pull up and stop. And I know there's a way to bypass that as well. Same kind of thing. Pull this out, put this in.
They're gonna be getting rid of that though, coming up pretty soon because the government removed the
Yeah, I know.
$2 credit that they for it and the mandate. So now they have no incentive to do it, basically.
Yep. No, they're just gonna throw a kill switch in instead.
Yeah, well, that is mandated. So it'll read
Right,
like
exactly.
you're not looking at
just
the road if you're excited.
They're throwing you. They're doing what they always do. They're throwing you a little apple over here, going, "Hey, we're going to take this away. Look at this. We're taking this away." Meanwhile, they go, "Hey, we're going to put kill switches and everything." But look at this apple right here. Doesn't it look so good? Doesn't it look so good? Here, take this apple. Take this
Wife's
apple.
having a baby, kid gets in an accident, and jump in the car to get to the hospital, and whoa, your blood pressure is a little too high. You shouldn't be driving right now. Like, what?
You should have called that ambulance. Just get yourself a couple horses and a buggy,
Stuff, man.
a straw hat, become Amish, and you'll be all right.
I've already got the beard for it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that. What do they call those? I forgot what they call it. The ones that can use power. Like if I can get some speakers in my little chariot thing, then I'll be all right.
All right, hold on, real quick. I got to stop everybody. Chessboard is out there, and he is 79 today. Chessboard, happy birthday, brother.
Boomer power.
Happy birthday.
Y'all get over there in the comments and give him some hell.
78 years of this shit. Man, that guy's got some stories to tell.
Yeah, he could probably tell us about Woodstock.
Go watch some of these videos. He puts up some good stuff, man.
60s and 70s.
I wish we had a modern Woodstock, but yeah, everybody would go fuck it up probably. So it'd be nice, something like that.
Yeah, they'd all show up with purple and green hair, and
something. Yeah, be all types of drama. Yeah, probably nowadays people can't just chill or go have a good time.
You're invading my personal space. You've upset me. You hurt my feelings.
Yeah, Edward, they're charging subscription fees for pretty much fucking anything anymore. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, he was at Woodstock one day. There you go. Oh man, look at that. Waller hit 79 next month too. Damn.
Wow.
It's crazy, man.
You know, 79's the new 45, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you look at Walter, dude. Walter's a player, man. You hear some of his stories. He's a player.
Oh, see, that's the thing. If you're an old dude and smooth, you can get away with murder. Murder. And they just eat it up. They eat it up.
Well, you look at Walter, man. The women eat up the hat. He's got that smooth, cool thing going on, and then he's got the little hat. They eat that shit up, dude.
To get like the extra serving or the refill for free. Yeah, you play your cards right, man. Be pretty good.
Well, Edward's getting up there too.
So for those guys out there that's celebrating their 79th birthday, where is their favorite pickup spot? CVS or Rite Aid?
Are Rite Aid's even open anymore?
I'd say there is no Rite Aids in the United States anymore. It'd be like CVS or like Walgreens.
That was to catch anybody that was lying.
I mean, I guess you could say Rite Aid because the buildings are still there, but like there's no open facility.
Yeah. Or there's a coffee crew at McDonald's every morning.
I'm telling you what, I think at least here in my town, it's the Pizza Ranch, because I don't understand. Every time I'm in there, there's some elderly guy hitting on some woman at the Pizza Ranch.
I've heard about the women out there where you're at there, Alan. They're scary.
Yeah, every time I go out to Iowa, it almost scares me that someone's going to try and hit on me.
Gooby goo goo. They put their face in the river and they come up with a fish.
Damn, what happened to those Iowa girls?
CarmenDayton.com. That's a good one, Walter. That's a good one. We got Golden Corral.
I see we got Fluffy Bunny Arsenal out in the crowd.
Yep.
I like Golden Corral, like in Florida, North Carolina to Florida. They're all right. You try them up north, dog shit. Don't even bother.
Yeah, I used to like it, and the last couple times I was there, the place was just trashed. It's like I will never eat here again.
I say we need more Waffle Houses.
Oh,
Never been to a Waffle House.
Well, if you're gonna go, make sure it's sometime between 1 and 3 a.m. on a Friday or Saturday night.
Hold on. Let's stop for a second. You've never been to a fucking Waffle House? That's un-American.
No, man. Like, dude, waffles and pancakes are like the cheapest shit on earth to make. Why are you gonna go risk your life down there with the junkies and hoodlums or whatever the hell's down?
Then
go to overpriced waffles with syrup on the table with hair stuck to it, people's boogers and shit. Like,
you're just mad because they won't make you a salad. You're just mad they won't make you no salad at Waffle House, so don't be a hater.
No, same thing with IHOP. Like, I don't do that. I'm not paying for breakfast. I'll go to a restaurant and get breakfast, but I don't go to those breakfast places.
We
Overpriced.
got Gil Hard Target out there. He's asking, man, oh man, is this changed? No, it's not really changed, man. Some weeks we're a little more mellow than others, but trust me, we still say whatever the hell we want to. We still do whatever we want to.
I think it's because we used to talk about guns and shooting, and here you are talking for manual transmissions and Waffle Houses and salads.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's fucking un-American. The guy's never been to Waffle House. That's just fucking un-American.
Well, come on,
Well, that
Val's
was a
driving a
Waffle
Prius.
House. Sounds like you're gonna need like a damn STD shot just for going into that place. What's wrong with you guys?
You are. You're probably going to need like 2 or 3. But don't worry about it. They
maybe
give
New
them to you for
York.
Hell
free.
with that. There's some
Maybe in New York
places you
you
just
would,
look
but-
at, shake your head, and keep driving by. And Waffle House is one of them.
Is anybody
Dude,
got any interesting?
I remember when I lived in fucking in Missouri. Fucking 2-3 o'clock in the morning, getting done at the bar and shit. Fucking Waffle House, dude. Oh yeah.
Have any of you guys
hit
shot any new
Denny's
guns
like that.
lately? Anybody out there shot any new guns lately or blown anything up?
I've been actually kind of looking for probably an old gun rather than a new gun. But yeah, I haven't been able to get out and do any shooting in a little bit. You've actually shot more in the past month than I have, probably.
I've shot twice. I shot 23 rounds today, and I shot 50 rounds about 3 days ago. That's the first shooting I've done in 4 months because I wasn't allowed to shoot. Because of medical, not legal. Oh,
I've been shooting some firearms lately.
what's up?
So I got me a little pocket rocket, a little Ruger LCP Max. That fucker is so much fun. Then I've been taking the Arasaka out in 7.7 Jap. That gets to be spendy, so you can't really shoot it a hell of a lot, but when you can find the ammo, it's good.
I've been hearing
When you
there's
said
ammo
pocket
shortages.
rock.
It's not really ammo shortage. There's not a whole lot of people that are making the 7.7 Jap round. I think Norma's the only one I found that actually makes it.
There's this thing called reloading.
Yeah, I just don't have time. I work too much.
That's a bullshit.
What the hell is 7.7 Jack? I mean,
Japanese round.
7.7. Yeah, but where are you pulling that out of your ass? What's special about this round? What are you doing with that? I mean, what the hell? 7.7. You just get shooting that to be different?
You own an Arasaka that has all the Imperial markings on it?
No. They don't sell those at Big Lots, man. You know that.
Don't hold on. Don't be lying. You don't go to fucking Big Lots. That's too pricey for your ass.
All right. Family Dollar. Okay.
Hell, the Dollar Tree's too expensive for him because it's $1.25, not even $1. He's trying to sue him for
That's the
fucking
principle.
false
Nothing in there is
advertisement.
$1. God damn it.
And here we circle back to salads again. Okay, let's the Arasaka. Okay, with the imperial markings, what flour is that?
Depending on which manufacturer, you have like different ones.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the most sought after one is the Crustaceum.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
That's usually the most sought after. And those typically go for a fair pretty penny, depending on the condition of the gun.
Well, G23 is against flour, so I'm sure he doesn't have any kind of flour. Because, unless he got it free with an oil change.
It does have flowers on it, so because that is part of the
Oh,
it is part of
ooh.
the imperial markings, and yes, I did not pay like anywhere near what it should have because like if you look at Gunbroker, though that same rifle is going for like almost $2,000, and I picked it up for a little under $400 or $500. I paid $490 for it.
Still, you paid $4.90 on flowers for yourself, but you refused to buy your wife some damn flowers on Valentine's Day.
And your point is,
I'm just pointing it out how selfish you are. It's damn Glock guys. She's over there stuck with, ramen noodles and shit, and
Ramen
he's
noodles?
out eating
she got
like
a
steak.
fucking she got a
He's
fucking
out living
Colt
it up,
python
buying
for her
himself
birthday.
flowers. And that's just because of all those ramen noodles. Well, you're out picking up fast food on your way home. Mhm.
Yeah, but she got a damn Colt python for her birthday. When did you drop $1,500 on a birthday present for your wife?
I keep her alive, man. You should try feeding this little thing. Let me tell you what, $1,500 would be cheap.
All right, we got Jamie's out there in the side chat. He used a Dillon 550 for the first time today. Very cool, man. For anyone that's fairly new here, I know we got Jeff out there. I know he's kind of new here. He's seen a couple of the shows maybe, but I am sporting the traditional hoodie from Allen. So yes, this is a shit show. You never know what you're gonna get. So just be prepared. And we speak our minds. We say whatever we want to. Within reason, as long as there's not too much bashing going on, people are free to say whatever the hell they want. So
I gotta correct on the
except that guy, because that's a Glock guy. We don't mess with Glock guys.
6'7"
I'm sorry.
jab.
We had a technical difficulty there for a
yeah
second.
yeah. There's no way I'm going to fucking pick up a Smith & Wesson bodyguard. Hell no. I mean, no.
Dude, those are pretty cool.
For twice the amount of what I paid for my fucking Ruger LCP Max, and they hold the same amount of rounds. Why would I do that? That's kind of moronic.
Yeah, that Ruger Easy Rack thing or whatever. It's pretty nice too, or whatever. Less money, but yeah, I don't know. There's something that it's the M&P look. It's like a big goat gun. The things are just kind of cool looking.
M&P, those bodyguards, all those, like even any of that M&P line just reminds me of a more expensive High Point.
But you think the new Jaguar is cool, don't you? 6'7" jab.
It's 7.7 Jap. Jeez Louise. And we allow this fucking Yorker on here?
All right, hang on. I was about to say to a certain degree I agree with you, and then you fucking open your mouth again. Shut up. I'm not a huge fan of the M&P line. I'm not. And it's the shape of the grips for me. They just don't fit my hands well. And that's just me personally. I've said it many times before. I prefer a much larger grip on a gun. Typically, no matter what I buy, I end up putting on aftermarket grips to make it the grip bigger. But M&Ps are just they just don't fit my hand well whatsoever. They never have. And y'all know I love old school Smith & Wesson. I just cannot stand the new stuff. The new stuff is just not up to par, not up to snuff.
No, I like the Smith and Wesson revolvers, but their plastic guns are fucking shit, in my opinion.
How
Yeah.
dare you? Well, I don't know. I don't think they're that bad. So, obviously, but yeah, well, we all got preferences, you know. That's just all what it is. So,
Yeah, Walter. I love my 29s, man. I've got a few, and I got a few 27s. Some of the stuff you haven't seen on camera yet, but we may or may not do videos. We'll see, because some of those are prized possessions, but we'll see. We might do videos on them. Some folks have seen them, like Jamie's seen them in hand, in person. But they're super freaking nice. I actually have 3 that I picked up last year that are unfired with the boxes, which is hard to come by. So those were pretty cool pickups. I don't know if I'll shoot them yet. I haven't decided. I have not decided. And I know that's rare, because typically I shoot everything. I don't know if I'm going to shoot those or not.
are you scared to shoot them?
I'm not scared to shoot them, dude. I love my big bore revolvers. That's my thing.
You
but
just want to have a few virgins laying around, make you feel
I-
special.
Dude, you know, the thing of it is, and I've said this many times before, collecting for me is an investment, and it's an investment for my nephews. It's not for me. I get to have the enjoyment of having them around while I have them. But if my nephews ever need anything, that's what they're there for. And so having ones like that have the boxes that are unfired is worth much more premium in that condition versus me going up shoot.
Scotsman, is your nephews ever going to move to America?
So there is a way that could technically happen. And the thing of it is the process basically says that I can bring one at a time. So
I was gonna say, because if they stay up there in Scotland, they can't have pistols, can they?
no, well, I mean, you can. It's just a pain in the ass. There's a lot of bullshit to having guns back home. There's a lot of bullshit. Like, if I ever decided to go back home, I would have a hell of a time trying to take anything with me. It would be an absolute.
You
fucking
aren't
nightmare.
allowed to go back.
It would be so expensive for me to try and take everything back home. It just wouldn't be worth it. I'd basically just have to sell everything if I was going to go back home, because it just wouldn't be cost-wise. It just wouldn't be feasible for me to do it.
Plus, they'd arrest him anyway. Once they figured out he was coming back to stay, they'd throw his ass in jail. They kicked him out the first time. I mean, you know.
They go back on his YouTube
You know,
channel and
you-
arrest
you all-
him
you
for
all
his
said
hate
that-
speech.
Now he's
y'all
even
said
more
I was gonna get-
Americanized.
You also said I was going to get arrested fucking last time when I went home, and somehow I made it out.
Hmm. Yeah, I still want to go with you next time so I can, you know, show your mother some respect for you. And
You
Try
can
to,
show her you can show her all the respect you want. Well, I don't. I respect the living hell out of my mother. I do. She actually she got some sass behind her, and that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with me giving it back to her. She wants to sit there and give me sass. I can give her sass too.
So, there any black people in your hometown, Scotsman?
I'll put this the nicest way I can put this. And y'all know I don't do nice, so I really don't give a fuck. It's overrun with fucking Indians.
Okay.
Pretty much the majority of the United Kingdom is now overrun with fucking Indians, Pakistanis, you fucking name it.
Mhm.
Asylum seekers. And they all get handed fucking thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands as they come in the fucking door.
They've been basically getting away with murder, and rape, and all types of stuff.
Yep. Oh yeah, they get away with all kinds of shit. I saw one. I think it was back in January. It was down in London, and the guy says, "Oh, I didn't realize I couldn't do that here. It's legal back where I come from." And they let him put that. They literally let him put that in the case when he went to trial. Dude,
this
the
an
guy's
honor
lying on his
killing?
fucking ass. He knows the fucking law.
It's crazy shit, man. Like, it's not, I don't know. It's they're having a lot of problems. I think perfect example, of why we should have good borders.
Well, it's a perfect example of good borders and being well armed.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah.
that's the one thing that always gets me about people, especially when it comes to being armed and all that. And I still get questions to this day from people. Even when I went home, I had people asking me questions and shit. Like, dude, you have to be. You don't know what's going to happen, number one. Number two, no one else gets to dictate my safety. Period. No one. I don't care if you pay my fucking paycheck or not. You don't get to dictate my safety. Period. You don't. I don't care if you got a fucking little piece of paper on the wall that says no firearms, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. You do not get to dictate my safety.
Yep. You wouldn't last a week trying to move back home. Not anymore. Be jammed up and Interpol on the way. Once they seen your luggage, they'd be like, "Oh hell no!"
Oh, dude, if they saw any of this shit, I'd be in fucking lockup before you know it. I'd be in front of a fucking judge the whole fucking 9 yards.
Crazy stuff, man. Crazy world.
Yep, that was actually exactly it. You are your own first responder. Exactly.
So, what'd you guys think of the nut
and the
job
other
at the
thing,
White House?
About what?
The
There's
nut job at the White House.
What, you're complaining about him after Biden and Obama?
No, I'm talking about the shooting at the gate.
Oh, the shooter.
Yeah.
Oh. I was going, Rob, don't you know who you're talking
No,
to?
man. No. Some dude just pulls a gun out of his bag and starts trying to shoot it out with security. I mean, supposedly the guys got arrested for trying to get in before, saying he wants to die or some shit.
He'll get off on a medical because he's got Trump derangement syndrome.
I think he's dead. Pretty sure he's dead.
They shot him. They killed him.
Dead. I mean, what was it, like 18 officers or something like that? Well, I don't know about 18 officers, but
it was funny. I saw a post on YouTube earlier today that said they were releasing the picture of the suspect. What do you mean the picture of the suspect? The motherfucker shot them. They killed him.
Yeah.
He is not a suspect. He's dead.
He's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
His court of law was already done when he pulled the trigger.
Oh, man.
it's crazy, man. I mean, to me, that's just a nut job. I mean,
Well, that's what, again.
They're all nut jobs. Like, where's the hell's going on with all the nut jobs? You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
thought we were supposed to do something with people like that.
they're creating a weak society. That's what they're doing. They create a weak society. There's no proper education. Education's a fucking disaster. They're not teaching you proper history. They're erasing history. And they're telling you everything fucking about all you have to tell us everything you feel and this, that, the other, because your feelings matter and everything's inclusive and do this, do that. Dude, they're just making you weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker.
And they're convincing all these kids now that they're victims. Who can be the biggest victim now?
Exactly.
Don't go out and solve your problems, grow a pair and step out and be responsible for your own decisions. Oh no, you're a victim. Poor Billy.
You
just
Care about
thought,
your feelings.
maybe the whole thing has been just part of the plan, destroy society,
exactly part
let
of
the
their plan.
crazies run wild so you can justify the kill switch on the car and this or that, and the huge nanny state for your safety.
How can they keep trying to justify? How can they keep trying to justify taking away your firearms if they don't have enough people going out and doing dumbass shit? So they got.
See, I would argue us sane people need at any time need firearms. We need them to protect ourselves from these nut jobs.
Your neighbor's gonna call and say that they don't feel comfortable around you. Now you're done because you're in New York. You're fucked.
Ah, fuck them. This is America.
You're in New York. That's not America.
You're not in America, fucker.
It's like those HOAs. There's places that just ban firearms or something. There's lawsuits up now. Like, there ain't no way. Like,
there'll be lawsuits all day, every single day. That shit's never changing. We know this. They do this constantly. Everything always gets locked up in the fucking courts. And the only way anything actually ever changes if it goes to the Supreme Court. And sometimes that doesn't even go in our favor. So.
Or they just decide not to take it. Right. I don't feel like doing that.
And then it goes back down to the states and it bounces it around for fucking years. And meanwhile, while it's bouncing around, you still technically have to comply with it because they don't know what the fuck they're going to do with it. All right. With that being said, we're right around time, a little over. We'll start going through the room. G, what do you got?
I might do a live stream over on.
And there we go. It was good seeing G. We appreciate you, buddy.
Oh, shit.
I'm just fucking with you, man. What you got?
Like I said, maybe I'll do a live stream on Rumble at the range because it's possible and it's acceptable over there. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Thanks again for the invite.
Appreciate you being here. Always good to have someone else to give the salad eater some hell. So appreciate that. Rob, what you got going on?
Nothing I'll admit to. So bunch of housework and shit I don't want to do. But other than that, not much. So thanks for the invite. Eat a salad. Stay cool. Don't take no shit. Maybe we'll see you next week if Scotsman gets off the toilet. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. Appreciate you being here, brother.
Just remember.
Daniel, what you got going on?
All just living life. I've got this place to take care of and another place to get put into shape. Getting back into shooting now that this surgery, everything's over, and all the other things have been going on here. But I just wanted to drop in today. I wanted to give Val some harassment, but we've seen how fast he dropped out after I got there. He's scared. He fears the Daniel.
He was up in the comments bitching about a link. I gave him the link. He fucking shows up for 5 minutes and disappears.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to be shooting some matches this summer, and just trying to network with some people out there while I'm out on the range, just like I did back in the day on YouTube. Met a lot of fine people there. But now, as the way the world's going crazy, I'm just getting stuff all set up and just trying to take care of myself and the family here.
Yeah.
But nice seeing you guys again. I haven't been able to see the chat because I don't have my laptop running because it's been under updates, and I hate technology.
Me and you both, brother. Me and you both. I appreciate you being here, man. It's good seeing you. I'm glad to see that you're back out and shooting. I know you've been itching to get out there, so I'm glad you're out there. I'm glad you're shooting, and look forward to if you put some more videos out. Look forward to seeing some of that, and look forward to you getting out and doing some more competition, man. So always good having you. Appreciate you. With that being said, folks, I appreciate everybody out in the side chat, all your comments. Always good having everyone out there. Tomorrow, please remember what it's all about. Like Edward said, freedom's not free. We know this. And if you have a memorial site around you or something going on, please go visit one, pay your respects. I always try to get out and at least go somewhere and pay my respects for a little bit. It's very, very important. So just remember what it's all about. Make sure your flag's up if you got a flag. And with that being said, Allen, please take us out right, brother.
Yeah. One of the things that happens a lot during Memorial Day, and I know it's person specific, but some veterans don't want you to thank them on Memorial Day. So I'm just putting that out there. But like Scotsman said, if you do have any kind of military memorial around you, go spend a little time, pay your respects. These individuals paid the ultimate price for our freedoms. Normally I would come up with something witty or stupid to say, but I'm not going to do that this time. The only thing I'm going to do is remind you to keep them magazines loaded and one in the chamber. Woo!